Alright YouTubers, coming back at you with another light. We're doing a flashlight video on the new Olight S10RIII. This is the latest rendition of the S10R. R meaning rechargeable. Comes with a new dock. I should have grabbed the old dock, but I won't. Very similar to the old micro dock, or excuse me, the old charging dock, but it has these sticky feet on it now, so you can kind of affix it to anything and it's going to stay in place better. I never had a problem with the other one that came with my S10RIII, but this one works really good. So it's magnetic. It'll work with any of these similar sized lights that has a magnetic base. Like here's the S1 that I did a review on recently. Works just fine. And then the S30 works just fine. So I did try the R50 because it does have a magnetic base. It's just a little too large. Doesn't charge it. So that's okay. That one has its own charging abilities. So let's talk about the S10 a little bit more. So in the package you get the flashlight, the battery rechargeable CR123, show you, 3.7 volt rechargeable, and you have the lanyard, and you have the dock. Comes with a product manual as well, which we don't really need to look at. So the S10R2 baton, let's go over the basic specs of this one. Your modes are moonlight, which you just hold down this long press this, it's going to go into moonlight mode. And then your low mode is 12 lumens, and that is good for 33 hours. Your medium mode is 120 lumens, which is 160 minutes. And your high is 600 lumens. Now it does have a turbo mode, double click, and you go into the 600, excuse me, the high is 300. So it ranges anywhere from 1.5 minutes to 60 minutes. Depending on, it's going to have that cooldown that Olight has in all their lights, so you can have a max output for a certain time, then it's going to have has an automatic cooldown built into the emitter where it's not going to overheat it, which is really nice actually. You can see here this one has a pretty good size head. It's going to be more, it's pretty, it's a little bit smaller than the S30, but it's definitely larger than the S1, and that actually gives you a little bit better throw on this light, which you'll see in some footage here in a minute. So they are using a new LED in this one. This is the luminous SST40 LED. So it's basically a newer, more efficient LED. I really like the tint of the LED quite a bit. It's a newer one I haven't heard of before. A lot of people running the Cree XP2, the Nichias and stuff. This one is the luminous SST40. It's supposed to be more energy efficient. Can put, like I said, 600 lumens on high. And they actually made the difference between the S10R3 and 2 is it's a little bit smaller, and it's 100% or 100 lumens brighter. So plus you get an improved charging dock. So it is a nice upgrade over the existing S10R2. So if you're in the market and you're looking at both, I would pony up a little bit extra for this. So let's go ahead and go into the and let's go over some more of the specs here. IPX8 waterproof, 1.5 meter impact resistance. 3500 candela. Your length is 2.7 inches. Your bezel diameter is 0.91, so it's still under an inch, and it weighs 2 ounces, including the battery, so it's very light. And you have your typical Olight bezel up clip. You can flip it around if you want to, and carry it not bezel up. It doesn't work as well in this one, I notice, because you can see how it kind of sits up on the bezel because it's fatter. On the S1, because the bezel's flatter, it works perfect, so you can flip it. So if that's something you don't like, if you don't like bezel up carry but you like the light, I would go with the S1 because you can change that. Now if that doesn't bug you and you like the bezel up carry, which I don't mind now, I didn't like it at first but I've gotten used to it, you have bezel up deep carry right there. And I placed the clip right here on the other side of the button so I can index, so I always know where the button is. People have, like a lot of people like the tail switchies because they're easier to actuate, but I feel like, okay, if I know that clip's underneath, is in my finger underneath here, I know that button's just right there, and it's super easy to activate with your thumb. So let's go ahead and roll in that footage. Alrighty, out here, getting our first big snowstorm of the year. And I've got the S10 baton and the S1, both the newest versions. The S10, that's on high. Here's the S1R on high. A little bit brighter because it can go up to that 900 lumens for that short amount of time. But I find that the 600 on the S10 is plenty. And I think it has a more focused beam. I find that the S10, S1 is floodier. Let's see if I can show you that tree right there. That's the S1, and this is the S10. Yeah. So I feel like it has a little bit more throw, and I like the tint of the LED a little better. It's that new LED like I mentioned earlier in the video, and it has a little more white hue to it. This is a little crisper, I guess you'd say, but it does have a little bit more throw, I think, than the other one's a little bit more floody. And there's a side-by-side comparison. They're very similar, but I do feel like that the S10RIII has a little bit better throw on it. Alright, you can see the S10 on the right and the S1 on the left. You can see the little tighter beam pattern, and hard to tell on this, but like I said, the S10 has a little bit wider LED, which I really like actually. Alright, so you can see compared to the S10, it has a little bit more throw on this one. I like the tint of the LED a little bit better as well. So I hope Olight continues to use this LED in their upcoming flashlights. So the throw on this one is rated to 118 meters, FYI. So price-wise, you're looking at normal price is $59.95, but Olight's running a special on their website right now for $47.96. And you get free shipping on orders over $49, I believe. And they're having a special as well that you can add a little accessory kit for like $7. And if you spend $100, they're giving away an i3, I believe. So lots of good deals going on over there for the holidays. Go check them out. I'll leave a link in the description below where you can purchase this light. Overall, I like it. I think I will, though, stick with my S1 for EDC. I just like it's a little bit smaller. The head's not quite as big, but if you're looking something with a better throw, and I do like the LED a lot in this, so that's why I'm on the fence. I really like the LED better in this light than this one, but the size factor is kind of a determining thing. So nice that it uses the same charge dock. You have so many different ways to charge this. That also uses the new magnetic base chargers, the pocket chargers as well for this one. Lots of different options, guys, to charge these. So I want to thank Olight again for sending me this light for review. Any questions or comments, leave them down below, and we will see you on the next video.